Hey guys, welcome to another stream. Working on the Enterprise tonight, which should make Donnie really happy, I think. Let me see if we can find that. Right now I'm just closing down Snaz so that it won't be up and running when I end the stream. So how's everybody doing tonight? I am doing fantastic. I'm back at my old job. Hey Kenny. Hey bud. Back at my old job and very happy about it. It's been a long road through my job that I just left. And it's, I'm very, very glad to be back at the one I left about a year and a half ago, and they're very glad to have me back. Long story short, we had some issues with some folks there. Let me just pan this down just a hair. So, I just wanted to show this shirt because it's a Christmas shirt for Kenny and it's a goofy shirt for Eric. Because Kenny's into Christmas and Eric is so much into Goofy. Yeah, it's a lot better, Kenny. As a matter of fact, Dean, when I got there, Dean, when I got there today, he was like, we ran into one of the higher ups. I mean, like really high up in the food chain there, and he said that I had even started in processing before he got to work today at 9 o'clock. So I'm about halfway done because of the pandemic and people teleworking. We're not, not everybody was there today, but I did something that is unheard of, and I have a laptop for work. Got it within 6 hours of getting to work today. Nobody gets your laptop that quick. So suffice it to say, had a really good day. Yeah. Well, Kenny, puppy? I'm guessing it was the big white fluffy puppy. That would be Apollo. He snuck in here and he has since gone back out. I think he's going outside with my grandson. So, what else is going on? Nothing really. Working some on the, did some work yesterday on the, my Halloween build for the Munsters. Yeah, with the door open, he can sneak in and out whenever he wants. And he is a good, for the most part, good dog. Sometimes he's a pain in the behind. Like here lately, he likes to grab my slippers and take them out in the yard. So let me flip over to the other camera. Maybe, just maybe. Yeah, that's still a little bit bright. Let me see if I can kill part of the lights without killing anything, all of them. Last time I tried this, it didn't work. Alexa didn't want to play nice. And doing it through the app is a little bit slower. Let's see. Actually, I'm looking in the wrong spot. Yeah, that's a little bit better. I was looking at the YouTube feed. I was looking at the YouTube feed rather than OBS, so I didn't actually see it. You're right, absolutely right, Kenny. That is what they do. So tonight, I'm going to be working on issue 9. One thing I did not get out, instead of tape, I'm going to, because I'm not sure how much glue I'm going to need tonight, I'm going to use one of these, but I'm going to, let's see. Yeah, there it should be, shouldn't do much. So, working on issue 9 tonight. And you can see another hull piece, some windows. I think these are for the neck. Main power bus, I believe. It's going to have, there's a bunch of cables going into that. Got some zip ties to tie up the cables. More hull parts, more windows, and hull parts and windows. So the most of the evening. I need to pull these into frame. They're always there. Hey, bud. But they're always there. FX01, FX02 for the bird of prey. This has been running, so what is it? It's October, so May, June, July, August, September, October, almost 6 months nonstop. A couple of times I've disconnected it. Hey Dan, welcome. The FX01 is a quality product. It will last a long time, and you know, I did some soldering. When I soldered mine, Spencer mentioned this on one of the videos the other day, or over the weekend, where they've got it set up to where you solder on the back. Yep. Looking forward to that, Kenny. Nope, can't do it, Mark. But they've got it set up to solder on the back. I soldered on the front here, so I took the most risk on this board, and it is working still like a champ. Let's see if we can, there, you get a better idea of the flashing. And then bird of prey, got the engine, disruptor fire, and torpedo. So, well worth the money for the boards, especially got a 10-year warranty on them. So let's go ahead and get started on stage 31, because this is liable to take a long time. The Enterprise builds, I no longer think that this is going to take this amount of time. They're going to take as long as they're going to take. And if I pause every now and then, guys, it's because I'm looking over to make sure that I do not miss the anything in the chat. I actually have zip ties of this size already, but not for this build. And this, so FM screws. Let me open the screw box. And I will let you guys know, first time since I started streaming. It is. It is very difficult, Kenny, to do both. But somehow I think I keep up with it. Every now and then I'll have to stop and, look over and go, what did they say? But I think I keep up pretty well. Oh, no. Well, the good news is, Dan, you only blew up 2 LEDs. And if you look, I haven't soldered mine up at all. I soldered pins to the board. I didn't even solder pins, I did. I soldered pins to the board here as well. But that's all I've done. I haven't actually soldered anything to it. So, no, that's only Eric that runs 24 volts through. And I think Eric isn't going to talk tonight because he saw Goofy already. So the first thing that in here is we'll get this panel, this plastic panel from the neck, or actually, this is more second. No, I'm holding it upside down. When I turn it upside right, this is not secondary hull. This is neck, and this window goes into it. You can see on here when you turn it up right, that's when you got these lugs to the left, these lugs in the straight part here. You got lugs, there's 6 lugs down in the window section. These 3 lugs go through the 3 holes in here. Come on, focus. It's not. It's almost focusing. There. But you can see there's a hole here, and a hole here. Only 6 volts and you blew the LEDs? I take it that you've blown up a board. So I was holding this actually upside down. Once I flipped it around, lug here, lug here, lug here. And the windows, you can see them a little bit there on the outside. Let's see. Put it on there and nothing. Not even put any screws or anything. I think it's actually going to... Oh, blew up 6 LEDs. Blew up 2 Batman boards. Release the Kraken. So, got that on there and just set it off to the side, although, let me see something. Yeah, those windows all go into the hull. It's not bad, but there's a couple of windows that look like they should be blackened, but they aren't. Yeah, it happens to us all. And I had something similar to that happen on my tower for the space shuttle I'm working on. I blew up one of the street lights. So one of my street lights is going to be dead because there's no way to get it replaced. Okay. So now, next thing it says is pull out the board. And the PCB cable, or the cable, just double check that I'm looking at the right one. Okay, 31E. So this cable here that came in this issue, or in this pack, goes into in 1. Let's see if I can get that focused where you can see it. Almost, come on. So right there is in 1, in 2, ground, and, or no, that's not ground. Oh, switch 1 and out 1. It says to plug this in right here into in 1. Bad switches. Spence and Tom took out crayons to show you how to. Yeah, I understand that, Kenny. It's a lot of this is just magic. Wow, that is not. It's on there, but it's like it moves. It didn't snap in like a lot of them. Mine didn't. Oh wait, I wouldn't. Would be really bad if my feed froze up and, you know, I just stopped. Oh, hello Apollo. Hello puppy. Apollo is back. Then it says to take that, move these out of the way here. So I'm over here in the book. I'll probably lose them best there. And let me grab the shop towel I use, which Apollo likes to snatch off of my bench. He likes to snatch it, take it out in the yard, and tell me to go find it. And we'll bring the saucer in, which is tiny. And it says to put this thing between these. I'm just looking where this is actually going to attach. It has pull these wires back this way. This is exactly what I was talking about earlier. This is where the stream ends up starting to get long really quick. So this is where, okay. And I don't know if you can see it. There are 2 posts here and 2 flat. They're not posts, but they're flat there. So that they're even and the board is flat inside. So it says to pull these 2 up this direction. If it will. I'm not sure that's the best way to do that. Okay, no, it's this one this direction, this other one here. Take notes, Mark. This is where it gets interesting. This one here goes to the right, this one goes to the left. That way it should actually sit down. It's going to rub a little bit on those wires, but it's actually going to make it down to the screw holes. Get 4 FM screws. Of course, I got 5. And I'm not going to tighten this down very tight at all, just enough to hold it in place. So there's the first one. And the reason I say not to tighten it down really tight, you know, if you over snug it, you can snap the PCB, and if you're lucky, you won't break any circuits, but if you're not, you'll no longer have a circuit. And I for one don't want to sit here and wait for Eaglemoss to eventually send me a new board, because they're not bad when you get the parts aren't bad when you get them, but they're very slow on the shipping. Now that does not look okay. I'm just looking. And it's what it is it's the tension on these wires that is lifting up the board. So I'm going to gently put the board down. That one went snug. Same thing over here. I will gently put it down. Snug, I'm sure, good, and good. And then, like I always like to do with anything I screw together, if I can't fit a fingernail under there, I'm happy. This one is not quite fingernail tight. Neither is this one. And I'm not going to put any more on that. Maybe this one's still. And my concern is I don't want to snap the board, but at the same time, I don't want it loose. And these wires running that come straight up and then out, kind of, for me, they're kind of in a bad position. I don't like where they're at. So now plug in 7 deck panel lights based on labels that are not on them. I don't think. Now they didn't give any kind of labels on these that I can see. Actually, I have a B here. I think that's the only one. No, I have B, B, B. So this is gonna be maybe not so bad. 1, 2, 3. 3 of them that were taped together. And they go into the spots labeled A. I can't see the labels real well. So 18F1. Unfortunately, it doesn't really show. These are all labeled B. I think I said that before. So coming in here, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 4, 6. Coming back out. So 19E, 19E. There's one more 19E that shows coming up from here. Very interesting. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of trying to figure this out. That's not 19E. This one here. Red, black, white, yellow. Red, black, white, yellow. Sorry, and I have not been looking at the chat. Let me see. Yeah, Eric is here, so Eric, I wore this shirt specifically for you. I figured you'd appreciate it. And welcome, Eric. So now back to the build. So I sorted out this wire here. Make sure I got the right one. No, I grabbed the wrong one, of course. So, red, black, white, yellow, this wire here is one of the 19Es. And 19E is 1, 2, 3. This one should be 19E. I don't know that it's going to matter that much. You're welcome, Eric. Not only is it goofy, Eric, it's Christmas goofy.
Yeah, buddy. Hi, buddy.
So these should all, okay, yeah, these are all red, black, yellow, or red, black, white, yellow. All four of, or all three of these. So these are all 19E. So I've got 3 19Es. This one, and this one are 19E. I'm slowly sorting this out. Would have been really nice if they'd actually put flags on here, but that's okay. And by 19E, I'm sure what it means.
Stop. That is Stop it, good.
19 is the issue that these wires were actually done.
Yeah, I made my own breakfast.
Still at work, Mark? Mark, you need to move out of that time zone because you're just, it's later for everybody else than it is for you.
Oh, why this? Come here.
So these three are 19E, then the fourth 19E, you got one 24E, and then the next one is
You
19E.
want that? You make it work.
So I'm gonna point it out. You got three that we're not doing yet. 19E, 19E, 19E. That's a 24E and then 19E. And then the next two are going to be 18F. So I gotta go back, gotta figure out which ones those are. Hanging with Thumper. That's not bad.
Okay.
And I finished the water I have. Feeling okay tonight, but stomach was a little bit upset. So tonight I'm just drinking straight Coke. As long as it don't overflow my cup. Okay, so 18F. And of course, it doesn't really show me which one 18F is. It looks like it might be.
Wow, it's salty.
These two. And I, you know, if I'm not putting a massive amount of voltage through here, it's going to be 4.5 volts. If it is wrong, I'll dig out the book and make sure what 18F is later on. But I'm pretty sure it's these two because they match, and looking at the instructions in the book, they kind of look, it looks like this one comes up and this other one over here matches the wiring sequence. So now I just got to figure out which one is 24. 24 has a red wire. I'm just looking. That's two issues. But 24 has a red wire. Pull this up. I'm just looking. Trying to read the there actually is no label on the socket itself. That's awesome. But it does look like 24 should come out of this harness, but there's only 3 here. Yellow, black, blue, yellow. I'm just looking to see if I have multiples of this one. I think it's this one. And that's why it looks like it comes out of the harness, because this, where it comes out here, should actually be going underneath the board. Come on. So what I'm going to do is feed it under there, which it would probably be smarter to just take the board back out. But I don't do smart sometimes. I'm gonna go with that until it somehow tells me that I've got the wrong wire. It's about to do it the hard way and pull it back out for the one that I crossed under, but I'll do it that way instead. Come on, don't snag. And hopefully this one's right. If not, heaven forbid that we should have some lights go on in the wrong spot when they're all just solid lights. Okay. So now what it says is to, yeah, I can see it in the picture. Let me hold this up to where you guys can see. So this one here, that wire right there, is the one that I just slid underneath there and slid over to 24F, and it came from down below here. So I'm pretty sure I got the right wire. And if I don't, Eric will get the Enterprise because it'll blow up. That ain't happening, Eric. So it has, we got one zip tied down here and one up here. And it's actually telling me to zip tie it to the brace. This tape should actually have been up here, but that's okay. I agree with zip tying it finally down to where these wires are going to just stay in place. And then zip tie them all to this brace up here. Those, yeah, I'll zip tie part of it, but not both ends of that loop. This one here that comes from underneath the board, I'm going to zip tie half of it, but not. I could zip tie both the top and the bottom of the loop, but I'm not going to. Let me just double check. Okay, there's no screw holes or anything there. And should I be wrong with what I've zip tied here, it will not be a big deal because I have more of these exact zip ties, but instead they're in black. I picked them up for the DeLorean build a long time ago. One of the stage 18 cables is too short. Well, it says to zip tie all of them except for the one in this manner. One of them, the one that's too short. Oh, okay. This stage 18 is too short to zip tie over there. I'm pretty sure it's going to end up zip tied over here. So let me see. 4J runs over here. Oh, and they're all labeled B. And they go like this one, small, this one, they go in to these. I'll put the first one in and then I'll show the rest. So these will go into the first socket here, well, the fifth socket here. Then this one. There's two more sockets right after it. And that actually takes care of everything that's tied together in with this piece of tape. So it shows zip tying them down here. So I'm going to go into this place if I can. Get the tweezers to see if I can pull it up. So these three wires, it said the instructions say to zip tie next to this bulkhead and down right here in the front. I thought for a second my zip tie was actually backwards from what I needed it, and I was going to be like, that's not going to work. So very carefully. Why do I? Okay. Hang on, that feels like it's not. Yeah, it's not engaging the teeth, which means I've twisted it, I think. That's better. Yeah, it was. If you've ever used zip ties, you realize there's only teeth on one side, and I was not engaging the teeth, and so it was not doing anything. Carefully cut that. And another one. Right here, right after the bulkhead. And there are specific gaps. I mean, they're wider than just the zip tie, but there are gaps in the places you need to put the zip ties. I might see. This one here is just. Okay, I'll zip tie this down. This one that is sticking up into the stratosphere. And we'll see if I can slide it underneath here. I believe it. Zip ties are wonderful. Zip ties are my friend. And you can see I was able to pull this wire down underneath, put it back where it belongs. It's a little bit cleaner. I'm guessing that eventually these wires here are going to get tied down there. And if they aren't according to the instructions, I will eventually do it myself. So now, that's Yellow, black, blue, red. Not sure what this one is, but it does show it going out. Yellow, black, blue, red. This is the same as the 24 that I identified earlier.
And so that's off.
This is a 24.
So that's off.
Have a mystery wire. I have a mystery wire here. I'm going to push it away, out of the way for right now. It looks like it's supposed to go under the board this direction, but I don't have anywhere to plug it into then. Or not yet. Wait, hang on. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. $19, 24. Well, isn't that cute? 6, 7. Still trying to figure this out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where'd my 19 go? There it is. Do not know how I unplugged this one. But I'm sitting here looking, I'm missing, I've got a hole that doesn't have cables in it. Right here. Eventually I'm going to come across the 24 where one of these is going to go. Sorry guys, I'm just kind of thumbing through. $22 is yellow, blue, black, red. It looks like. Sorry, I'm not talking much, guys. I'm kind of trying to figure this out. This is either 24 or 28. They're both the same. They're two color wires. So these two are right. There's a whole lot of cable left over. then, oh, that's 24F. Yellow, blue. I don't have yellow, blue. All of these wires look to be coming from this direction up here, though. And they're a lot longer than they need to be. So this one coming from this. So this one should go into here. This one shows it's a 22. Come on, get on there. Give me just a second, guys. I'm gonna open the patio door because it's 63 degrees outside and really warm in this room. Okay, I'm back. Zip tie a wireless connection? Why not? I believe this is the correct one. Move that out of the way. This is worse than wiring the DeLorean. And that was a mess behind, because you had to do it in a very small space behind the seat. Come on. So let me pull the wires that I don't have hooked to anything out of the way. And see how they think they want me to. Oh, not yet. 5, 6, 7. Ah, another yellow, white, yellow, white, black, and red. By the way, Mark, I would suggest, with where you don't know how far you are, but I would suggest you put flags on your wiring so that you can tell which ones are which. Oops. That's not good, trying to put that one in backwards. Okay. I need one more, but I don't have one more. Yeah, I have them over here. I'm looking for one more that has the same wire pattern, but I don't have the same wire pattern again. Let me see, will these all lay down here? Yeah, they'll lay down in here. We're gonna go with this one because it is down this direction and it needs to go somewhere. I could be blowing all my lights tonight, guys. Yay! One, two, three. Okay, I'll get these sorted out too. Well, that's awesome. They now want me to use 3 zip ties on this massive spaghetti here, and they only provided 2 more. So let me get these tied down. There's a good spot right here. And it's not even tying them down, it's just right here. It's not even tying the wires down. In the instructions, they just kind of show zip tying the wires together, but they don't show the the bracing underneath. Yeah, exactly. If you have them by the stage number, it would be a lot easier than what I'm dealing with right now. So I'm going to pull that tight. I'm not going to put another one here where it says to. I'm going to see if I can get one. That's not going to work. Maybe. Since I only have one more. Wherever I can get it. And that's the other thing on the DeLorean build, and other builds that I've done, when they have a wire like this, that what they do is they at least put a label flag on it. Yes, Eaglemoss math. It's silly. Oh, and just something occurred to me. If anybody is curious about my status on the, let me double check. Oh, that could suck really bad. That zip tie's got to come back off. My progress on the fan home Iron Man. I've been waiting for the next stage for a while. It was actually charged to my credit card a month ago. I'm looking for zip ties right now, guys. It was charged to my credit card a month ago, and so I figured, I got an email saying that there's a delay in shipping, and I'm okay with that. But when I contacted them a couple of days ago via email, they said that it would be, if I don't have it in another 3 weeks, to contact them again. And I'm like, you're telling me that I have to wait 2 months from the time you charged my credit card? That's crazy. But that's what they're telling me, is that, they failed to plan logistically. Let me see if I can pull some of this over. And so I'm stuck here waiting after they charged my credit card. Not mad, just think it's dumb. That'd be bad. I'm figuring this one upside down. Would not be able to get it to actually tie. So cable management on this build is key. And what I did was this wire here. Okay. This wire here, if you can see it, comes across this plug, and if I had zip tied that down, I couldn't actually get to that plug. Whereas there's a plug here, there's one here, here, and here that I can still get to. I'm going to leave this one a little bit looser so that I can shift the wires as needed. And every time I do this, when I do something like this, take the snippers near the wires, I always go, don't cut a wire, don't cut a wire, don't cut a wire. Don't with sharp edge like that either. Because I have actually inadvertently snipped a wire before. Okay, 3 more wires. Let me see if I can, okay, this is actually the right wire. This one here is the correct one to go into this plug here. I don't see any zip ties in the future. Here, it doesn't show in the pictures. And again, I'm just looking at pictures. I'm not reading anything that Eaglemoss has put into the book. And this one, well, dopey me. Okay, so this one here that I ran underneath the board earlier came up and plugged it into here. That one was definitely supposed to be this one from the other side of the board, because it shows this one with the loose light here plugging in. Let's see. That's actually plugs into the one I just plugged in. But since these are all just constant on lights to the best of my knowledge, I don't think they've got lights turning off and on. I'm just going to run it across the top. So this one from the very edge, and it shows, okay, yes, there's a light hanging out here. Goes right here, and I'm holding this wire out of the way using the flag that only 3 of the wires received. And then this last one here will go right here. Leaving open 2 slots here. Large slot, small slot, 2 large, 1 small, and several slots on this end. Just in case I need them later, I will put these into the screw box. No, not in the screw box, I'll put them in the parts box where I'm putting everything. Oh, you bastards. So they have me running this wire, this plug, from the broken battery box, which I will eventually put, I'm eventually going to resolder it myself, into this plug here. Which is interesting because that says out. Why would you put the input of power to the out plug? So turn down the power supply to Just to be on the safe side, I'm going down to 3 volts, not blowing up LEDs like that. And based on my experience, things like this will just, the battery packs are just going to go so quick. Here we go, smoke check. It would be very cool, but I don't think that they've engineered that into this. So, let me see if I can get my Alexa. I hate when notifications get in the way. That's right, those lights are on a different command. Echo, turn off patio. Not bad. Except for it's not focusing. Damn it. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Serious light leaks. And especially right up under here. Echo, turn on patio. Like right here. And I don't see any way to get that to go away other than putting something in there. And I have read that something about loosening panels, retightening them to get them to line up right. I don't think that's going to help. Oh, I'm sure it would cost a whole lot more if they were to do that. So let me unplug this, flip this back over. To be honest, from the time I originally saw the model and did my original subscription to now, don't get me wrong, I love the model. It's a really cool model. But it's not as cool as it could be. You know, and I haven't had problems with it. I've just built it straight, you know, as I've gone along. I may work my way around the screws. Not sure if you can go from underneath for the light leaks, Mark, because they're, let me see. Major light leaks are right up under this lip here. On the underside of the light leak, you've got the silvered panels. There's no way to go after the light leak from the bottom. So what I'm probably going to have to do is, like I've read, like this panel here, I will probably have to loosen it and see if I can shove it forward or shove these backwards to get them to line up. As long as I don't have to work under here, which of course there's gonna have to be work under here. Bondo, yes. That might work, but at the stage I'm at, probably not. What I will probably do, a combination of Kenny's idea I haven't liked the way this panel sits anyway, so these may come off, or I may actually take a syringe. I can see right through here. I can literally see past the hole. But I might take a syringe and actually just put black paint or something down in there. definitely some things that had I known before, I would have done a little bit different. Okay, so the next stage, stage 32. So we took an hour on one stage, which tells me this is going to be one of those times that it's, oh, wait a minute. I almost left my power wire plugged in there. And then I'd never know where it was at. What was I going to say? Oh, this is probably going to end up being a 2-part stream. You know, I'll do 2 stages tonight and then 2 stages next week, which is good for Mark or for Donnie because it's more enterprise. Good. So as you're doing your panels, see what you can do to, you know, see what you can do to get them to fit. And that's actually what I'm thinking, Spencer, is some very carefully applied tulip, but I might be able to go a little bit better because this tip would almost fit in there, and wiping away excess is going to be just, you're going to end up with smudges on it and things like that. Now, things I don't want to deal with, things I don't want to have on the model. And because my wife has arthritis and gets injections, and she's had injections before, I actually have hypodermics. And I'm thinking I can use tulip through one of these needles like this and actually put it down inside and not be anywhere near marring the surface. At least that's my thinking. And oh, by the way, hypodermics, you have to have a prescription to be able to get hypodermics. I just happen to have leftovers from previous times when we had a prescription. So, on to stage 32, which, let me flip back here. This is just, I think this is just, you know what? Before I go on to 32, let me just double check. Interesting. Because I have that part from stage 31 unused. Okay, keep deck panel U208, which this is U208, in a safe place for a later stage. Now I feel better. Oh, they give them. Oh, that's because of the free state that was there for a little while. Sorry, no politics. They kind of do the same thing in the Sacramento area. So, DM, put away my screws like I always do. For the amount of screws and the size of the screws, this is a gigantic screw box. CP. think it's about time to change that Exacto blade. But I can't cut through a plastic bag. Oh, it still is? I thought they had cleared that up. Okay, so not too many windows on this one. And there's the perfect reservoir for glue. First I'm going to clip these loose. That is so sad. People sitting there running parts of cities. That's interesting. Hang on a second. I have not noticed this before. I think they started doing it later on into the build. If I can find it. There's a notch on the top and bottom of each of the escape pod hatches now. And I don't think there were before. You know, Dan, I don't know for sure. During the early part of the AIDS epidemic, I really didn't pay attention to it. I was a little younger. So when you gave this out, but that would actually make sense because that was how they were, part of how it was being spread. So the red part goes towards the front. That would be nice too, knowing the actual color. But what I'm probably, using the needle mark, what I'm probably going to end up doing is getting it down far enough to where you can't even see it. Yeah, I don't think that those gaps were there earlier, because what we should have actually been doing all along, and I'm guilty of not doing it, is sanding it down. Yep. I have other ones that don't actually have needles in them that I use for other things. I use for injecting glue into the windows if I need to for light blocking. Well, not for light blocking, but for lenses. So let me make sure that these are in right. They fit a little bit better. When I glue it, I'm gonna actually pick it up to where I'm not having it push up. I think that was one of my problems earlier in the build, why some of my window gaps are bad, or not gaps, but the way that the windows sit in there, they're pushing too far out. Is that I glued them while they were sitting on a flat surface, and they just they pushed back out. Not popped. So rotate this around, and I could put all the windows in first. I'm not going to. That's a good drop of glue there. Of course, I got that really nice drop of glue just on top of the window, on top of the hatch. It's not actually down where it's doing anything. someday I will go back and start using my glue loopers again. So they did, that is one thing that Eaglemoss is really good about, is they adjust their parts to the build as they go. I mean, when they're not getting them for long periods of time from China, why not? But they're really good about adapting to what issues people find. I have to say that that's really cool. So let me see, I need 3 and 4. Nah, those are half pieces. I was gonna see if I had 3 and 4 hanging out. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Very interesting. So that is one nice thing about the way they do these things, is they correct them. It's just like the Ecto 1. I have a message for the Ecto 1 saying, don't use this. You know, it came, I got an email when they sent me that stage parts, and it said basically to hold on using or putting the door together, because there's an issue with it and you'll get parts to correct it several, 3-4 months from now. Very interesting. I think that's pretty cool, because this one and this one both have the notches out. As much as they are sometimes really bad about what they do, sometimes they do some brilliant things. So, if I can get a hold of it. I'm going to go ahead and do the black and the clear up here first. And see, that's... Yeah, let us know, Dan. That's really cool. I'm curious to see when they did as well. That means that when Donnie finally buys his, he'll have all the crap that we deal with fixed. Dan, I don't know how long you've been watching, but I started doing this because Windows kept popping out and it was just really frustrating trying to do it the way the instructions say. Once these are in, they're never coming back out. So if you're very light, put a very light drop of glue on top of them, it holds them in place so that you can put the reflector on. This one just does not want to turn over. So that you can put the reflector on top of it and not have to fight it. And it's just, on 2 windows like this, I'll put a drop of glue between them, on the top and the bottom. And sometimes it'll pull it out because the glue in the tray that I've got is drying a little bit. So let me put a little bit more. Put a little bit more in here. And throw that bottle away because it's done. Or not even bottle, it's a tube. I'm only redoing this one because that black one was coming out. So the clear one, and with the size of these windows, since the scale of the build is about 1/1000, you don't want the clear windows to be clear enough that you can actually see through anyway. So if the super glue fogs them, I'm fine with that. Yeah, see, the glue is a little bit drier than it needs to be, and so it's pulling stuff up and out. So what I'm doing to try and counteract that is I'm actually scraping it across the edge of the windows, but like with that one, sometimes it pulls it out. And that should, and I'm going to be risky here, that should hold all the windows in. See that? That helps immensely when you're trying to put the clear, or not clear, really, the reflector on the back. So this reflector goes, so this one, yeah. This reflector will go on here, like that. But before it can be screwed down, I need to put these lights in. I had, it dried out. I had some of the T7000 black. I don't think that the needle is small enough to fit in where you need it. Although with you having not put any of the panels together, you can put it in there easier than, you know, regardless of the losing my train of thought. You can put it in there without having to fight with it because you don't have the panel screwed to the framework. And that's holding in, that's holding in, and I need 3 DMs. I will let you guys know once I do the start doing tulip on the tulip in through the syringe. I will let you guys know how that turns out. I'll show you guys actually. I think if I can get it down inside there and not have it seep out onto the surface of the model, it'll work fantastically. Use this one instead. Tighten that. Tighten that. And that one. It's funny because it says to tighten the reflector in, but it usually tells you to then test it. It doesn't say to do it this time. That's okay. I will do it anyway. But before I will do that, I turn the power supply back up. my lighting must be off. Because Spence should be freaked out right now because the board is not working. Although FX01 will run off of 4 volts. Yeah, or FX02 will. FX01 will not. You lose your flashing. And I'll repower it in a minute here. That used to be, and it's because I've messed with my lighting. I need to get my lighting redone, get it actually behind me more a little bit. These lights that I've got directly above me are too bright for the camera. So you can see the lights there. Matter of fact, let's just do this. Sorry guys. Still a little bit bright. But now you can see the lights here. Pull this loose. We'll see if the board is still acting up, because usually any time that the FX01 has messed up because of adjusting voltages, like right now, if Spence could actually see that well, he would be like, what happened? So board is out. This one's still working. We repower, and everything works great. I did not broke it. I turned it down. You're doing maths for Tom. It's not broke. I took the power down too low, and it said I don't like it. It's better now. So let me get that and the neck. And it says to take 29, which is great. So it's yellow and black wire, and the red and blue. This is 29I, and it says to take it and capture it where? I'm looking, but I don't see. A 32G. Oh, dopey me. I'm sitting here and I'm out of camera. Sorry, guys. Not by much, though. I'm sitting here trying to figure out where the LED slot is on the clear piece, not on the reflector that goes over top. Right here, and wow, that is a serious post there that holds the LED in. Most of them are a lot smaller than that. And that is the black and yellow. Goes in there. This one is running out the wrong spot. According to the pictures are everything. It should be running out of a spot one up and one to the back. Easy enough to rearrange it and have the yellow and black wire, or yellow and black wired LED pop back out. By the way, I didn't even think about it till just now. Kenny, say hello to whoever in your brood, wife, kids, mother-in-law. You missed everything, bud. Where have you been? But everybody in your brood, tell them hello for me. I know if they're listening there or if they're watching, I just did, but still. And I would think that would be, let's see, it would be your son, Kelly, Elaine. I don't know your son's girlfriend's name, if she's even there. And I forget the kid that is always watching your stream. Oh, you hide in the shop. Ava, well, say hello to her too if she's watching. Or I just did. It was me turning off lights. Not quite the surface of the sun that Kenny gets. Maybe someday. So let me get only 3, not 4. The CP screws I need. Oh, Dom. Yes, if you're watching, Dom, hello. And I just realized I need 4, not. No, it's only 3. Okay. Feels like there's a screw hole underneath my thumb. I have to say too that I must be doing something right on my streams because I have hit 141 subscribers. Yeah, but when a few minutes ago I turned off 3 of the lights that are on the same shelf, attached to the same shelf that my camera is, and so the camera was shaking. Okay, so there's that. And these lights we know work. I'm trying to remember. Oh, there's the switch. We know these lights work because there's a battery power supply in there already. And this is one of the things I don't like when you've got the bright spots. And it's a lot brighter for me than it is for you. But right where the LEDs are, it gets really bright. Come on. Really, just leave it hanging there. I'm just looking to see how this is going to actually, it's gonna, these wires, I'm not sure where they're gonna end up. That's kind of cool. Okay, I'll show you what I'm talking about in a second. Those are going to end up, there's a lug down there. It's going to take a look. There we go. That's going to take some effort. They did a really nice job. They did a really nice job on hiding where the screws are on here. So these lugs will pop underneath here, and there are matching screw lugs on the back side. This is going to take a little bit of, oh, I missed that one. It's not going all the way under because there's a tab here that I missed. But what I was saying is really cool the way they did. You know, you got the windows here. Matter of fact, let's light that up now. That's actually pretty cool. You get the windows here, right here. That's so funny that right here you got 2 black windows, but if they were not black, one of the things that holds this in place is the reflector. So as I was sliding it under here, I was like, that's pretty cool. You put the reflector under there so you can get some light down in there, but they're black windows, so the reflector doesn't have to be there. Let me see if I can get this to slide in here. And I'm actually gonna push these LEDs down inside because this is how I'm gonna leave it so that I don't inadvertently rip wires. Get this tab in here. Tell you right now, this is a little, there we go. That tab in the front is a little tricky to get in there. And then let me push this wire down. I would loosen it in the front a little bit, Mark, or the top here. But once things are actually in the right place, maybe. Wrong screwdriver. That front one went under there really well once it was in the right place. Let me look on the other side. Yeah, there's lug back there. There's the second one, and there's the third one. Let me go ahead and close this back down. And the side of the neck here actually stays on there really well, and that is very, very nice the way that they hid those screws, because I'm sure there's going to be a piece that just, you can see here, these 4, 5 holes, there's going to be a piece that just pops in there. They did similar things on the Millennium Falcon. D'Agostini did, that you have pieces that pop in to hold your last pieces that, so you don't have screws sticking out. But to be honest, I'm just kind of putting it in because I'm ahead. It doesn't say Mark to put it in yet. I just popped it in there because I want it there. Okay. So we're at an hour 40 now. Oh, and I've also seen some people have gotten a replacement part for the skin here that actually fit this down a little bit better. I'm expecting that this is going to get better as we go. So we're at an hour 40 now. I am going to call it Rebel. Yes, I am a rebel. I'm going to call it. I'm going to stop building. I'm not going to work on stage 33 and 34. 33 and 34 are just window stages. We'll do that for the stream for next week. And maybe, depending on if that ends up being a really short stream, this will, that's not why it wasn't saying. I just flipped my, one of the pairs of tweezers underneath my second table. I love the fact that this will sit on its own. Are you just now getting here, Dan? Donnie? Tell me you're not just now getting here. You know it's at 6 o'clock. You show up at 7:30. What the hell, man? I thought you weren't working today. So, as I was saying, I'm going to call it now. Call it a stream. You know, did quite a bit. Got the main. Oh, are you still on 10s, man? I apologize, but not much I can do. Dude, let me flip cameras. You can watch, you can catch the rerun, because it will be, the rerun will be up. Oh, you didn't work yesterday. You worked. I didn't work yesterday either. Maybe I should have streamed yesterday. But, yeah, you'll be able to catch the rerun. It'll be up almost instantly. Goal, goal, goal. But, yeah, it's getting there. Did quite a bit tonight. Only did 2 stages, because this was another one of the issues that there's a lot to do in. We'll do 2 stages next week as well, and you know, we'll get a little bit further. I think after that I've got the Terminator and the X-Wing are both fully, I've got all the issues. I'm probably going to do a marathon thing between now and Thanksgiving to where I finish either one or the other, because the X-Wing I started well before I started streaming. The Terminator I would like to finish by my 1-year mark, as you know, doing videos, because that was the first video I did, was opening the Terminator first box. It'd be kind of cool to have it finished in the first year. So, yeah. Don't know what else to say at this point. Been a long couple of weeks, you know, because of stuff at work, at my old job, and close out. Oh yeah, that's something I should say. And Donnie, Mark, Eric, Spence, or anybody else who is a regular on HLI and is on Discord, be ready for Sunday. We're bringing back the Sunday stream, noonish Central Time. It'll be me, and so far we've had up to 4 other guys on, and we just get on here and we build whatever we happen to be building. That's what we work on. It's a good time. Lots of us, vote for X-Wing for finishing. Might do that. But we'll restart the Sunday stream. I stopped it because we were coming to the end of the fiscal year. I'm a government budget analyst, busiest time of the year, and so, you know, didn't have a lot of time or really the urge to do the Sunday stream. Now we're back to normal ops. So Sunday stream is back. We'll start this Sunday, noon to usually it's 2 to 3 o'clock. We haven't gone to much beyond 3:30, but stop by then. Another live stream, a lot of fun. Yeah, you can come. You can join too, Kenny. You just got to figure out how to get your camera to work in Discord. Of course, you have to be building something too. Although we have been stream bombed by Eric before, hanging out with his wife and kids, which is a very valid reason to not be there. So, like and subscribe. You know, it helps me get more subscribers. I enjoy doing this. Not really ever going to make any money at this. I do it just because it lets other people see things that they may not. Like Kenny says, not a lot of people can afford to do these part works. I enjoy doing them. I enjoy letting people see them, you know, live vicariously through me. So, as I said, like and subscribe. If you're not a member, or if you've never been to Hobby Link International, there should be a link in the description. Come on over there. Great group of guys and gals. We all are modelers. We do builds, we do group builds, we take pictures, we post them. It's a great place to either just look at models or to ask questions and learn how to do things that you didn't know. We've got people like Eric who didn't know how to do any soldering. He's like me, he's got the lighting bug and wants to light everything on the planet. So it's a great place to go, and like I said, links in the description. Have a great evening. Have a great day tomorrow. Take care of each other, and we'll talk to you later. Sunday, if not before. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.